Welcome to Reckoning Bros, everybody. I'm Mark.
And I am Scott. Hey, Mark. Cheers, buddy.
Scott, where are you?
Los Angeles, where are you?
I'm in West Central Ohio.
West Central Ohio.
Miami.
You
It's
know, I
colder. Miami.
saw, I was looking at the election maps and I saw a little blue dot in a sea of red. Was that your county I saw?
The blue dot
Yeah.
or the sea of red. No, it's a red county.
Okay, I thought so.
I don't
I
know.
thought so. I wasn't sure which one it was, but yeah, man. I'm I have mixed feelings, but I feel pretty good. It's 2 days after the elections here. You've got two wonderful dogs there, and I know you had some stuff you wanted to talk about, Mark, but I want to pick your brain about something real quick before we get started.
Oh, please,
I'm
let's go ahead.
I got two minds here. I
Hmm.
was never really a Trump guy. I'm still not. But
Yeah.
to me, the election just seems like the greatest fuck you to the liars, to the people that want to control our lives, to the people that don't deserve to tell us what to do. And it felt like all of us were saying, go fuck yourselves all at once. Did it feel that way to you?
Uh, if nothing else happened, if nothing else happened other than all of the people that run the national security state in Washington get fired because of this, I'm going to be happy.
That's a win. That's a win.
Yeah. No, I mean, the people that told us that the 50 national security experts and former Bush and Obama administration officials that signed that letter that the laptop was Russian disinformation, etc. If they
Yep.
all fuck them, and and
Exactly.
and and fuck the establishment people in Washington. I spent 15 years there. I know what I'm talking about with those people. So yeah, and they're all freaking out, and and the very online progressives are freaking out. They're doing their videos. They're screaming into their pillows. It's so
Hilariously so. Hilariously freaking out.
it's so fucking wild. And yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I was never a big Trump supporter. I didn't vote for Cheeto last time.
It almost feels not about him.
I was not an undecided voter in the traditional sense of the word undecided. Like, should I vote for Camel or should I vote for Trump? And that, I was an undecided voter because I'm a libertarian conservative. Trump is not. He's, kind of Trump is more like kind of a moderate conservative Democrat from 1960s New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always been that. He's not. You know, the Hitler fascist
Just
Cheeto.
oh my
So,
yeah, that all
but
that hyperbolic nonsense, just not even
yeah,
hyperbolic, it was just really lies, don't you think? I mean, the whole what was it, NBC or ABC that showed pictures of the 1930s Nazi rally at Madison Square Garden? Like
yeah,
that's gonna work. These people should all be fucking canned. There should be firings across the board. Like
yeah.
it's just so inept. It's
So
so inept.
yeah, and I can't show it because the producer will get really mad if I put my phone up. Um,
Don't do it,
so
dude. He's gonna hit you.
this is,
I
and
see him right now raising his hand back, ready to just smack you for showing your
oh,
phone to the camera.
I mean, he's tapping his foot. It's like he's like a dad getting ready to spank a child. It's like,
As well he should.
hold your phone up to the screen, motherfuckers.
In his defense, you can't see when you put your phone up to the screen, but
So it's a big loss for the people who all screamed into their pillows today. It's a big loss for the war, the military intelligence industrial complex in Washington, the
hmm,
surveillance state. Fuck those
hmm,
people, right?
exactly.
A whole fucking shitload of are going to get fired, right? It's a and it's a but the big and the other big loser is corporate media. So I'm going to read a headline from NBC News.
Hmm,
Just in, this is a headline. The date on this is January 20th, 2021. You know what date that was? That was
yes.
inauguration day, right, for
Yes.
Joe Biden. And it shows a picture of the White House and Marine One helicopter. And the Marine One helicopter is just lifted off the pad on the South Lawn. And the headline is, this is CBS Nightly News, just in, President Trump departs the White House for the final time.
Um, yeah, that's
For the,
hilarious.
that age like a pint of buttermilk on a park bench in Santa Monica.
It's just so, it's what's weird to me is being able to be happy even though I'm not really a Trump guy. But
Right.
yet I still feel that happiness. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not
Yeah.
the only one. As you go around searching the internet, the podcasts, the YouTubes, and all that stuff, where real people can talk, not corporate media bullshit that's proven itself to be a waste of time.
They beclowned themselves like,
Oh my, dude, this shit's so funny, dude.
There's not just going to be books written on it. There's going to be entire libraries
Yeah.
of books written about the yellow journalism of the era that we've been in for the last 5 or 10 years. Right?
Yeah, it's just
So,
we're expected to take the. It's still, but sorry, Mark, but don't you think? How many people do you think really still take like the Joe Scarboroughs
there's
and
way too many. Apparently, 61 million. Who
yeah,
right?
that's way too many. It should be zero. I don't understand how you can take people like that seriously and have a mind that works and be able to think critically.
Yeah, and they've pervade so many crazy conspiracy theories and just delusional shit. Like, here's somebody with 38,000 followers on TikTok, on Twitter, and 185,000 followers on TikTok. Have fun living outside of reality. Your blind faith in the Republican Party won't help you when you're in a camp on day one of this presidency.
That's bull. It takes like at least 20, 30 days to get a camp together. Day one, my motherfucking ass. Like, yeah, okay. Day 25, I'm in the camps.
I will go to the camp. I will go to it's 3 meals a day, 3 hours. I don't have to work anymore.
Mm-hmm. They probably have pretty solid Wi-Fi. It's 2024. Even the camps are going to have good Wi-Fi. Yeah. It sounds like a good time. You sent me some headlines earlier. I thought they were pretty freaking amusing. Did you want to go over any of those?
Yeah, I do. So, one of the biggest manufacturers in the world is, and I didn't know, all about this company, but Steve Madden execs revealed their major shift from China ahead of Trump's return because U.S. companies with supply chains heavily exposed to China have taken note of Trump's victory, and some are already implementing plans to shift manufacturing out of China. The motherfucker has been president-elect for 2 days, and they're already going, okay, I'm like...
Just with the threat of a tariff, man. Just with the threat of a tariff.
You don't have to like Cheeto to see things like that going on and go, hey, fuck yeah. You don't have to like him.
You can even actively dislike him and still feel that way.
He ran around the country and told everybody, I will throw tariffs, rah, 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 right? And people were like, tariffs are going to make everything way more expensive, and they all lost their fucking minds. And what they don't understand is he is a skyscraper builder from Queens. He said that stuff so people would lose their... So what? What are you pointing at? Piper! Oh,
the dogs are freaking out.
Got into the cat thing. No, the left, the media and the left lost their minds. But the real world is like, hey, that's a threat, and we're going to have to make some adjustments. The whole time he was negotiating without negotiating. He was throwing down the gauntlet.
There's not going to be 20% tariffs on everything coming into the country. That's never going to happen.
Or 200%.
Yeah, these are threats that led to what he wanted to have happen.
Correct.
And you got to appreciate that. I know I've listened to economists who say these tariffs are a bad thing, and they lay out their case, and I get it. Economics is fucking complicated. Have you ever tried to read an economics book? Shit is
I'm really
fucking complicated. But it does make sense that tariffs, the price of tariffs are passed down to the consumer and you have to pay for it. Yes. Yes, that's true,
sure.
right? That's basic
And,
economics.
yeah,
But
and
he still said, I'm going to fuck with you, China. And they decided to do what he wanted.
the
And
same
that's a
people that are
whole ass
upset about
thing, man.
the same people that are upset about proposed tariffs or lose their minds over, a negotiating ploy like him going, hey, get your shit straight or we're going to slap a 200% tariff on something. Same people are the same people that, and when you just said it, you literally just said it's a tax that's going to be passed down to the consumer. They're fine with taxes. Going to
Yeah.
tax the corporations, oblivious to the fact that the corporations are going to add that to the price of the fucking item that you're buying.
Yeah.
Well, the rich got to pay their fair share. The corporations got to pay taxes. Fucking idiots. Yeah, well,
Economic literacy, I think that's
economics is complicated, and a lot of it is, and a lot of it's also fucking simple, like very simple. Like my, my favorite economic principle is whatever you tax, you get less of. Work, savings, investment, production. Whatever you subsidize, you get more of.
yeah.
Non-work, non-savings, non-investment. You subsidize drug addiction like they do in San Francisco. Fuck, what are you going to get more of? More drug addiction.
Are you saying that people actually respond to incentives?
They
That's
do.
crazy talk. That's
I know
crazy
that.
talk.
So moving on. So China's Xi Jinping urges the U.S. to get along as he congratulates Donald Trump.
That seems
Mike Trump.
like
That's
basic civility.
that is a direct result of Trump going, I'm going to slap tariffs on China. I'm going to tell China that I'm going to tell China don't fuck with Taiwan. That's a direct result of that.
But
Like
isn't
now,
it nice? Isn't it nice to just see civility amongst world leaders? To just say a civil, decent thing to a person.
The irony of the Biden administration saying we want to get along with China, and China becomes more bellicose, right? And now Trump
Mhm.
has said I want to get along with China, but appeasing China made China more bellicose. Trump being bellicose with China made China more. Already, it's not even inaugurated yet. Yeah, we want to get along. Yeah,
They know what's up.
yeah.
Or they don't know what's up, and there's a big question mark, so they want to hedge
And
their
just so
bets.
anybody, and I can't put the phone up, and we're not gonna drop in screenshots on this show, 'cause it just wastes too much time. So for anybody out there listening, you'll have to take our word for it that like I'm not pulling up something from if it's from National Review, I'll say so. This is from Reuters. This is not from National Review or the Daily Wire or the Federalist. It's from this is from the Economic Times, which reprinted a story by Reuters. Beijing, Hong Kong. China's President Xi Jinping congratulated Donald Trump in his presidential win and urged both nations to find a right way to get along as looming tariffs threaten to return them to the days of trade war.
Hmm.
The producer's going like
We,
this. We didn't get to cover
we
everything
got
because
time. We got time. We
you
got
want to
time.
you want to go
You just
2
keep
more minutes.
going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going for a few
Is
minutes.
it okay, Josh?
There's other things I wanted
You have
to.
to ask. No, you have to ask Daddy. Daddy, come on.
Daddy, may I please?
Can I stay up a
Daddy,
little
can
bit
we
longer?
please go a little longer, please, Daddy?
I don't want to go to bed just yet.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Tell Daddy I said thank you. Okay.
He's-
I hope he heard.
Okay. My favorite one of all this is this is from Newsweek, the famously right-wing publication Newsweek. Hamas calls for immediate end to the war after Trump election win. Ha!
They should have. I didn't realize that Hamas just had to call for an end to a war and then it might end. They should have done that earlier.
Yeah, they should
Yeah.
have surrendered. Yeah. Surrender and release the
Dude,
hostages. Surrender.
we. I want to get way off topic, but I know the producer's going to get mad at me. But I'm going to bring it up anyways.
Yeah.
Years ago, Mark, you were the first person to ever bring up to me what the Department of Education actually does, right? Which is basically nothing. It's basically money being thrown in a hole and set on fire.
Yeah,
That's
correct.
more or less the Department of
It
Education,
goes into the
right?
money hole and they burn it.
I was thinking of that when I was listening to Elon Musk on the interview with Rogan, because
Yeah.
Elon Musk may be like the czar in charge of auditing the
Department of
government,
Government Efficiency. Doge,
which is
baby.
just insane and awesome to me. And I was thinking when I was looking, I was thinking about Mark talking about the Department of Education. I was like, man, there's so much waste. We could probably cut. He cut Twitter by 70%. I bet you we could easily cut 40% of the government. What do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah. And so the left will tell you with a straight face that Donald Trump and the Republicans want to control education. Donald Trump and the Republicans want to abolish the Department of Education. I don't know how you can control education if you're abolishing the federal government department, which doesn't oversee education in the first place.
No.
All school districts are local. Every penny spent by every school in America is money that comes from the citizens who live in that area. Yes, some schools get grants for this or that. It comes from the federal government. Um, but
Easily, all education could be handled at the state and local level
there are
easily.
7,000 bureaucrats at the Department of Education, and most of them just push paper around in a circle. All
And
and
that's just one department.
Elon Musk would be the perfect guy for this job. For like, all right, who's getting the money? Who needs money? Here's a panel of people that are like, okay, uh, you need money. Here's a block grant for it, etc. And fire every one of those bureaucrats because 80%, 80 to 90% of the budget of the Department of Education is for the bureaucrats. It doesn't go to school. They don't build any schools. They don't print any school books. They don't make any school buses.
It's a big fucking circle jerk. That's it.
Yeah, it's a fucking scam. That's what it
And
is.
you know how many of these government organizations there are? It's somewhere around 450.
I
And
know.
they don't even know. It's insane. It's insane. So I say go in there and bulldoze. Hey, I want to apologize to our very handsome producer for going on too long. I'm very, very sorry. Tell him
Handsome.
not to be mad at me.
He's handsome. He's gay, and we're putting him in the camp.
But we can always do another one of these. And thank you, everybody. I hope there's people watching and listening and enjoying. Please comment, give us your feedback. I think that we've got some things to say here in the future. Please
Like and subscribe. Like and
please
subscribe.
subscribe.
You can always have a
Thank you
drink with
so
him.
much.
Take care. Good night.
Cheers, Mark.